Over the years I've tried several different methods to make split wires. The one I'm going to show you is by far the easiest and most reliable. To demonstrate the process, let's say that this is the wire coming from your 12 pin of your motherboard connector, already trimmed to the correct length. And this is the extension piece that needs to terminate at your second number 12 pin, also trimmed to the correct length. And to join the two wires together, we will use this non-insulated crimp terminal. Now we will only need the crimp section, so you can cut off the ring piece. Now the first step is to place the extension piece next to the main wire to determine the placement of the split. Use your nibs and cut the sleeving about 5 mm away from where the split needs to be. Use your lighter to melt the end of the sleeving, making sure not to damage the insulation of the wire. Now use this type of wire stripper and cut through the insulation at the beginning of the split. Make sure you use the correct size on the stripper so you won't damage the wire strands. Move the stripper over about 5 mm and cut through the insulation again. The distance between the two cuts should be slightly larger than the wire crimp section of your terminal. Now take your utility knife and remove the insulation between the two cuts. Then take your extension wire piece and strip the insulation off the one side, again to the same length as the wire crimp section of the terminal. Now place both wires into the crimp terminal. Make sure they are correctly aligned and then carefully place it into your crimping tool to crimp it. Now the two wires together are quite thick, so the tool might not be able to close all the way, but that isn't a problem. Just press the release lever on the tool to open the crimper again. And there you have a perfect secure connection. Now you really don't have to, but I always solder the connection as well. But if you have done everything correctly, the crimp should be more than enough. I then cover the connection with a piece of heat shrink. With the connection done, the only thing left to do is to crimp the two ends and sleeve them. I first crimp both ends, cut the sleeving to the correct length, add the sleeving, mount the sleeving to the two terminals, and then use some heat shrink on the opposite side to keep them in place. Once the extension pieces are done, I then pull the original sleeving piece as tight as possible and then use some more heat shrink to keep it in place. And to finish the connection off, I use another piece of heat shrink to cover the entire connection. And then you're basically done.